Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my future videos. In front of us we have the Panasonic RF-502. It's an AM FM portable radio. I purchased this radio off of eBay for a total of $22. I typically don't spend that much money on a portable radio like this, but I saw the word Panasonic, I saw the color scheme, it just screamed 80s, I had to have it. So I paid a little extra for it, and I kind of justified it as it's about the same price as a new Sony P-26, and that's a decent radio analog. I figure, it's alright, I don't have the expanded AM, but I'll give it a go. I just love the look. It has that character, It's not a bad size radio, too. And, you never know what you're going to get, so I was crossing my fingers, hoping this was going to be an awesome radio when it showed up, and it delivers. So let's go ahead and talk about this radio. Let's go over dimensions first. We have 2 7/8 of an inch across, or almost 3 inches across. We have a height of 5 1/8 of an inch, about 5 inches high. And then we have a case depth of 1 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so for size comparison, I brought a few radios out. We have the ever popular CC Pocket to give you an idea for size, how things get smaller as time goes on. There you are. And then, this is a really good comparison. I just mentioned the Sony P-26, and I brought the Sony P-26 out. Now, this is a fairly modern radio. You can go to Walmart and buy it. You can buy it on Amazon. It's $20. And this gives you an idea for size comparison. They're pretty close to the same size. And it's almost interesting to note that Sony went a little backwards with the antenna design. I don't know why they did that. They have the external versus internal like the Panasonics. So look at that. Almost identical in size. So you get a kick out of that. So yeah, there you are. And of course, the ever popular Iron Man. Yeah, he can do it like no one can. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So there you go. It's bigger than a deck of cards. Awesome. All right, so okay, let's talk about some features of this Panasonic RF-502. Again, right away you can see the color scheme. It's what caught my eye when I first saw it in the auction. Left-hand side, we have the carry strap or strap. This actually works. I like it. Perfect left side where it's supposed to be if you're right-handed. It's just the way it is. I like it. Yeah, awesome. There we have a band select switch. I don't know if it come to focus. Here we go. FM, AM. Sweet. We have an earphone jack, probably single ear only. As a rule, I don't test on the older radios just to avoid trouble. On the front of the radio, we have the dial indicator. It's really small. I don't know if it was like a thing in the 80s or mid to late 80s where they got really small dial windows, but this one's got a really tiny one. There's a little white indicator there. Here's our FM scale. We have 88 to 108 megahertz. AM, we have 530 to 1600 kilohertz. We have a log scale down at the bottom. I thought that was kind of a weird spot when you had this tiny window way up here, this log scale way down here. Then I noticed the lines going up. So those little red lines kind of guide you. And it actually works pretty well if you follow those guidelines. Nice. FM AM, high sensitivity receiver. Pretty decent. I actually backed that up. I see this on newer radios. Like what are those? I don't know. Those really cheap radios would start with a Q. Yeah, we don't usually say their name aloud anymore. They'll say high sensitivity, and you're like, yeah, right. Cool, like red piping around here. I really like that around the speaker grill. Got a plastic speaker grill, which I dig because these don't bend. We have a 2-inch speaker behind there. Sounds fairly decent for a small radio like this. Panasonic at the bottom. Right-hand side, we have the tuning wheel, which is pretty easy to tune. It's a little stiff, probably with age. You have to go just a little slower to tweak out those little stations, but this thing does pull in AM stations during the day really good. I'm not sure what it does at night. We're going to find out together in this video. Here we have the volume on-off wheel. Kind of a rib design. I think I mentioned it has it on this side too. See that there? And we have like a little bit of texture there. Bottom of the radio is flat, so this radio stands. That's a great thing. Those little things that matter. Here we got Panasonic model number RF-502. Power source runs on 2 AA batteries. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. There you go. Panasonic, something battery equivalents. The electric made in Taiwan. Huge vented case here. I wonder if it had a screen at one time, because it looks like it's fairly open. If you just dropped a little water in there, you'd be doomed. So I don't know. Maybe they should shield that a little bit with something. Here's a blank spot. Might have had like a serial number, I'm guessing, right here. Let's see. It says antenna screw. So it's your attachment for your FM antenna. There's that. So the FM antenna here extends up to a whopping 14 inches, which does a decent job bringing in the FM stations. And then since we're here, we can open this up and show you the insides. Yeah. This radio makes it pretty easy. Push on the bottom here. It says open, and you just push, and this hinges up off the top. And then we can see the inside of the radio. So there's a 2AA orientation. They kind of stack over each other there. So the bottom battery, the positives to the left, and the top battery, the positives to the right. Pretty cool. Got a speaker that looks like it has a Mitsubishi symbol on it. It's kind of interesting if it is, because Mitsubishi makes everything. We got some capacitors there. You can see one big one laying down here, I'm guessing for the FM circuit. Decent wound AM antenna, the ferrite. I like that. Dual coil, just some sign of good quality. I like that a lot. And a shielded capacitor here, I noticed too. A metal plate going over that to help shield. I thought that was a neat thing to see. And various ceramic capacitors there. Looks like we have an integrated circuit underneath that big capacitor, and maybe an amplifier IC there. So pretty cool looking radio. Like any internals, look at how it's built. So let's go ahead and put this back together. If you notice, the antenna doesn't have a wire. It connects here to this little tab when you put the case back together. It's not bad. I just checked to make sure this is clean, and so that makes a good connection. And in the back here, I think there's probably some date codes. There's a serial number there. A little bit of foam. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this back together. Try to do this on camera. Kind of hinges at the top here. Hooks in. Okay, I'm just going to snap here at the bottom. All right, cool. Yeah, I like the fact it runs on 2AA batteries. That's really nice. So let's go talk about FM reception. So the FM reception report, it seems like I'm a recording because my last few radios have been the same. This FM sensitivity is okay to good, which is 51 stations. Now I rate these on a 5-star scale, 5 things. So it starts out at fair, you have good, very good, fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. So that's the 5. And typically okay to good is right in the middle, and that's average. And it's not a bad rating. So just so you know, that rating is usually around 48 to 52 stations to get an okay to good rating. Anything higher, you start to get up on the scale. Typically digital radios rank higher. They have better selectivity and sensitivity. But for an analog receiver, not bad. FM selectivity was okay to good, kind of matches the sensitivity, and is, like I said, is nice reception for a small analog radio. Rocks. So since I can't jam out with the FM band anymore without issues, we go to Radio Todderbert to do that for us. So let me go ahead and adjust my transmitter here. I have a C-Crane FM transmitter 2. Now, I usually just kind of flash this in the video as I play it, but here it is. You can see it says C-Crane, got a little light here. This is my showing me what's being broadcast. And right now it's probably switching songs. It's hooked up to an MP3 player, and I cycle YouTube sanctioned music, royalty free. And then here you can tune what frequency you want it on. Right now it's 92.9. It's a clear station by me, so it works out pretty good. So that's a C-Crane. I really like having this. It's really handy for showcasing the audio of the radios that you can't hook up a line into. So let's go ahead and fire this up and see if we can tune in Radio Todderbert, which I hope we can. There we go. We'll just let this run for a couple minutes.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother...
Very cool. Okay, there we are. So we got a little bit of a taste of the music playing out of this radio. Really cool. So let's go ahead and I'm going to turn some things off here. Turn off the FM transmitter. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to tune the AM band this night. Let's see, what time is it? I got the Skywave here for frequency checking. It's 5:05 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA. And we'll see what we can pick up. And if I need to ID anything, I'll bring out the Skywave. So here we go. We'll go ahead and do band select to AM. I like that little switch there. It's nice. Turn this up. Let's go to the bottom of the band there. Just bear with me here because it does take some time. But this thing was doing really good for locals. Loved it. And some semi-locals were coming in clear.
Well, a lot of times,
This is 540 WUT, Jackson, Wisconsin.
I've never had a serious injury.
About 70 miles away.
No.
Teague? I've had a couple. Oh, they're awesome, aren't they?
What?
We're 2 years into this guy's presidency, and we have not begun to build the wall. I don't care.
This is 560. The answer, Chicago, Illinois.
And I don't care. I don't give a damn if we...
Oh, somebody's upset.
will be shut down at some point in your career if you're a lifetime government worker. So spare me this, oh no, someone's not going to get paid, or I can't pay for something when I'm a furloughed non-essential. You're an idiot.
So we're at here.
You haven't been planning ahead for 2 weeks of not getting a paycheck, or even, let's just say, worst case scenario, a month. Because we also know this, government shutdowns last week. They don't last 6 months, they don't last 3 months, they last weeks. They might last...
Okay, we're at 590. This is WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. About 137 miles.
It just doesn't. And if you don't believe me, go back and look at history. Now,
story from Virginia. It involves a man and his Apple Watch.
So he had this Apple Watch, this man, 46-year-old communications consultant. He's a fairly fit man. He exercises multiple times a week. He just installed some new software, an
620 WTMJ,
Apple phone. So
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Morning after breakfast, he put his watch back on, and all of a sudden, it pops up on his watch. Right away, it says AFib, AFib, AFib.
Wow.
And he was like, wait a second, this isn't right. So he takes it off, he puts it back on, it does it again. He has his wife put it back on, and she's normal. And then he puts it back on, and it keeps saying AFib. So he's like, what do I do, So he drives himself to urgent care. He thought it was silly. He thought, this is ridiculous. I got things to do. But he was quickly given an EKG.
Interesting story. This music here is 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. Hash will be right about here. 650, I'm not picking up anything.
I have to go back to last year and know if I can agree worst ever, but it's certainly on the short list. He was awful. There's no other way to say it. Although, again, credit everywhere it's due. Those two big scrambles early did help to set the tone. Whatever
670 the score.
Was Sue and the rest of his
The
defense,
FCR, Chicago.
It wasn't going to work. But throwing the ball, which is what he's out there for, it was awful. The encouraging thing is that, well, actually, I can't even say that. I was going to say most of the throws were wild high. The picks were all wild high. He did miss badly on some other throws that weren't picks, though, as well. I don't know what to make of it. I do think, Danny, I think I'm not panicked at all. I think this kid has shown us more than enough. Everybody's entitled to a bad game.
Yes, I think the one teams about him. I don't know if that means they're actually going to move him. My understanding is that the Boston Bruins
Trying to look right here.
have kicked the tires, and given their injuries, that's not surprising. I don't think that the Canadians are involved. I don't think so.
On the surface, Pierre, we were kicking this around, and like the timing, I understand.
I think it's WCKG, Montreal, Quebec. 763 miles. Sweet.
But right now, with the emergence of Kotkaniemi, and you see the way this team is formed, and Coyle's goal scoring dropping in the last couple
The direction it would be in.
Personnel, staff, and ownership
Try to knock him off.
is weak.
Just don't renew.
On the Aldermanic,
Another
73.
one. Little too preachy for me, Lance. Another one. That letter was hilarious.
This is 700.
What I'd like to do, what I'd be curious of, is how you took that letter. I wonder, as I was reading his points, his non-negotiable demands for renewal, if you were
So
nodding
we're
your
at,
head or rolling your eyes. Nodding your head or rolling your eyes.
700 is WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. And I'm going to switch over to my pocket. My Skywave batteries are running low. It's always good to have backup.
Someone's money. You want my money?
There we go. 720 is really close, WGN, so
for or coerced in doing it somehow, and we actually have a lot of people who messaged
720
me
WGN,
and said that was
Chicago,
the case,
Illinois.
that they only signed because it was brought to them 3 times a day for a week. I certainly believe that there's
So the music you're hearing here is, I'm barely picking it up, is CFZM 740 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Might be time of day, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or just at dusk. Sometimes it comes in clear, sometimes it doesn't.
Clearing out our warehouse. Everything must be sold before year-end inventory.
I think this is 760.
Agricultural panels, Hobart Roof Cement. Installation, no problem. Or save by doing it yourself. Up to $300 off per square. No reasonable offer of you. Where's the metal roof year-end warehouse clearance? Call 844 Metal Roof today. 844-638-2576. Or visit
AmericanManRoof.com. Did you know the Children's Hospital of Michigan Foundation is the state's largest funder, dedicated solely to children's health and wellness? Through a new grant to the University of Michigan.
So it should be WJR Detroit, Michigan, 270. Just checking it because typically my reception isn't this direction, it's this direction. So that's, I thought I was at a different station, but I don't think I am.
Hospital of Michigan Foundation, a foundation on the move.
Hi folks, Craig Hubble here, General Manager at Crestview Cadillac in Rochester. Why not reward yourself or someone special with a new...
7-game skid with losses in 18 of 21 games. Artem Anisimov out with a concussion tonight. White Sox have picked up veteran right-hander Ivan
780 WBBM, Chicago.
9 and 29 starts last season. And the Phillies have reportedly signed Andrew McCutchen, the
Just ahead
five-time
of the
All-Star
scale a
and
little
former
bit.
National League MVP, to a $50 million deal with sports.
It is a way that... Oh, and by the way, the NRA spent $30 million. $30 million...
This is a 20 WCPT daytime station.
Which was far higher than they spent for...
Trade Academy, 855-472-TRADE. Why Online Trading Academy? I don't know, how about
Either
this?
830 or 840.
400,000 people have experienced their education system. On the Google reviews, 170,000 reviews, and it's great. Call
Yeah, 830 is not showing up on my pocket.
Today at 855-472.
So 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. We're about 300 miles away there.
Hey, Kathy. Kathy, you got to turn the phone around. There you go, Kathy.
I talked to your mom today, or at least we were texting back. He's 19 and 20. So this is a big thing for you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Ready to go.
Now, what's your class, Manny? What are you playing now?
So we're just getting KOA Denver coming in. This is 390 miles away.
That's real comfortable for you. And last night, your record 14-2 in Bridgeport. And then up around exit 39 in Milford, we had a collision. Still in the process of being cleared there. Northbound side New York State Freeway, some volume 2 and across the Tappan Zee on up toward the Palisades. Southbound Sawmill at 119 in Elmsford, we had a vehicle fire extinguished, but still one lane is blocked. Northbound rubbernecking delays there, and then also northbound
CBS.
Sawmill up around
New
Lawrence
York, New
Street
York,
and
700 miles.
Dobbs Ferry.
Sweet.
We had a collision being worked on, and at least one lane was blocked. Outbound Lincoln and Holland still well over a half hour. Queensbound Whitestone Bridge on the Queens side, a collision being worked on there. Jacob checking in with that. Jacob, thank you for that.
So that's nice. I tried WWL 870 on the pocket. Nothing coming in, so I probably won't reach it with this either.
975-8888. I'm Tom Kaminsky in the WCBS Traffic Center. Finally, here's a way you can save time parking. Simply download the free Spot Hero.
Just want to thank you for all the time on the air. It's been a real pleasure, and actually, with the other city.
High pitch whines coming from my camera. This is 890 WLS, local, Chicago.
Turning me on to Doug. In a way, I think this guy's.
Nothing like good old analog tuning. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I really enjoy it. You know, I carry this radio around with me every day. The Magnavox 39. It's a little chunky dude, but I enjoy this. And maybe this will be my everyday carry now, this Panasonic. I'm really liking it a lot. It's got similar speaker size. And then I have FM if I want it, so pretty cool.
As they grow together and completely change the outlook on any individual player, but I do think they realize that.
So this is 1000 WMVP, Chicago, Illinois.
You mentioned Lowry.
620 on the KDKA radio afternoon news. Dan Bang
There we go, KDKA 1020, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
works today. So let's get the latest from CNBC's Chuck Hamlet.
Another wild day on Wall Street. Stocks soared this morning on hopes of...
In Brazil, a gunman enters a cathedral and opens fire, killing at least 4 people before turning the gun on himself. Police say this happened about an hour outside of Sao Paulo. No motive is known. Advocates for sexual assault victims are crying foul tonight.
Okay, so 1030. This is going to be WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles. Real sensitive. This high sensitivity receiver is what they say it is. Nice.
Franca says it allows Jacob Anderson to avoid jail time.
In court, the judge says there is a lot of information the public just does not know about this case. So we reached out to the judge, but he did not return our calls or emails. Now, in Texas, unlawful restraint is a third-degree felony, meaning that Anderson faced a possible sentence of 2 to 10 years had he been convicted of that charge.
Also, Anderson does not have to register as a sex offender as part of that sentence. The aftermath of Hurricane Michael is prompting resignations in Florida's highway agency. A top official and her
Hoping to get a call, but it's definitely WBZ.
found that state workers were sent to that official's Georgia home to clean up debris and connect.
Longer have to sit in a salon and pay over $100.
1040, which is WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
People compliment it.
During rush hour delays, 76 Schuylkill Expressway generally slow, especially eastbound. The entire length from East all the way to South Street. Just a lot of volume. Eastbound is thinning out the lane, but still slow from there, especially from the Roosevelt Boulevard all the way up to 476. Bells Mill Road still closed in both directions due to a water main.
1060 KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Still a mess. 422 a little sluggish from 202 out past.
Take a long-term view. Uncovering opportunities for alpha while anticipating
1100.
risk has powered our rise to a top 10 global asset manager. Partner with PGIM, the global investment management businesses of Prudential Financial.
WTM, Cleveland, Ohio.
Learn more at pgim.com. That's
345 miles.
Cleveland's News Radio on Facebook, Twitter, and WTAM.com. Back to the Sports Feed 2.0.
This is so cool to listen to these different stations and hearing sports from different areas of the country. I'm loving it.
Still talking about that Monday Night Football game yesterday. It was pretty wild. I was telling Jensen, I was telling Camino off the air.
Coal mine in southern West Virginia. The search for the people started Sunday when an abandoned ATV was found
Guessing
near the entrance to a
1120.
coal mine outside Clear Creek, West Virginia. A fourth person walked to safety
Yep,
Monday
1120
night.
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri. 275 miles. I'm sure you guys heard of KMOX. They tend to reach a lot of people.
Here are more reasons why you'll want to work with America's largest mortgage lender.
It sounds like 1140.
Now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction.
WRVA, Richmond,
mortgage
Virginia.
origination. And for the fifth year,
665 miles.
ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Rate Shield, another way we can...
Who says you need one of these big fancy radios, right? Like, you don't need one of these. Just grab one of these. This one's doing a good job. Just the time of day.
Seeing some heavy delays around the capital area right now. Also 64 westbound across the Chaco Valley Bridge, seeing heavy stop-and-go traffic. We've got an accident.
Truth. Now, I don't know, I find that rather interesting because I can think of another...
Just gonna cruise up the dial. Not much room left. Sometimes you find something.
Makes me think that other people put in more than $1. So maybe I should start upping my amount.
Wow. But they were able to get away with this for years because the school was so profitable. The money the sisters took would have ended up in a reserve fund. So they were just giving a little off the top. That's going in the savings account anyway. Now, it is kind of neat. The church doesn't want to press charges, although at this point it's not.
Probably WMBD, Peoria, Illinois.
Whatever they have to the prosecutor.
135 miles away.
Will decide whether or not the state is going to bring charges against them.
255-225. Angela is in Little Rock, Arkansas. Hi, Angela. How are you?
I'm doing great, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve it. What's up?
1510 is WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee. 434 miles. It's pretty hard to tune that.
Strong opinions, hard-hitting interviews, crazy callers. Welcome back to the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Welcome back to the program, and let's go to Albert, who is up next. Albert, go right ahead.
Hey, Paul.
Albert. Hey. If one of my subscribers has his name Albert, don't take that personally. I think of when I was growing up watching that cartoon. Yeah, the old Bill Cosby. All right, WCKY, 1530, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. I was a child of the late 70s and early 80s.
Three times, 4 times, whatever.
3 times in a row.
With a new favorite from their award-winning wine cellar.
1540, KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa.
Montage-cf.com.
I'm not there past a half hour, oh no. $16.10 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, coming in nice. 1630. KCJJ, the mighty, Iowa City, Iowa. I think it's about a couple hundred miles away, 175 miles away. So it sounds like you get up to 1650 on this radio. Sweet. So real quick.
Tales on the we have ever gone to the moon, the whole time.
And not take a hit to your amazing deal on fast.
Sports has said that the Golden State Warriors claim.
Zoomer hits online at zoomerradio.ca.
Okay, there it is. Zoomer, I heard it. I had to get that. All right, let's do final thoughts real quick. The Panasonic RF-502, really cool radio for $20. It's used. You'd think you get it for 10, but I'll be honest with you, for $20, go buy it. It's cool. It works, I'd rather have this in my hand than this thing. Believe it or not, this thing just feels light and like nothing. It feels substantial, like I'm holding something. It's just a wholly different feel. I like that the antenna is nice and retracts into the body of the radio. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It's the controls are a little snug, after being there for years and years. Probably maybe if I use it a little bit more to loosen up. But yeah, notice they're a little stiff and it takes a little bit. But once you're on station, they're gonna stay there. You're not gonna be able to bump them, which is nice. As far as time goes, battery time, I'm guessing about 30 to 40 hours, maybe 50 hours if I'm lucky. That's not bad on a set of rechargeables. Definitely cool radio. Loving the color scheme. Loving the reception capability of this radio, FM and AM. It's a great little portable classic that I'm enjoying. And I'm going to make it my daily radio, I believe. I say that with a lot of my radios, but this one here, it just, it's, how it just like, you get excited about something. Yeah, this is making me excited about carrying this radio with me on my walks. I'm really digging it. All right, guys. Well, if you appreciate the video presentation of the Panasonic RF-502, please give me a big like. I appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, you like Panasonic radios, you love these small portables, I try to get them as often as possible. Hit subscribe, hit the bell icon. Check out my Panasonic playlist, which will pop up over here at the end of the video, because there'll be all the different Panasonic videos. I mean, I've done a ton of Panasonic radios, so and I own them all. I haven't sold one of them. Every one you see, I still own, because I love them that much. And third, of course, comment below what you think about the Panasonic RF-502 Rockin. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And we'll see you soon. Take care and goodbye.